Good afternoon. My name is Mark Schaefer. I'm the proud superintendent of the Thompson School District, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to actually one of my favorite days of the school year, as well as probably the most bittersweet days of the school year. It's my favorite day of the school year because we have an opportunity to just really thank and appreciate our retirees. It's a time that we can formally congratulate those that have given so much of themselves to the school district, congratulate them, wish them well, thank them. But it's bittersweet because we're losing really key talent here in the district, and so while we're excited for them, it is a little bit of sadness. So today we're going to be honoring individuals who have been with the district for as brief as 2 years to as much as 34 years, and so many have spent their entire career in education. Some have spent a briefer time here in the Thompson School District. Some have begun their career here in the Thompson School District, but we are so grateful for them and we thank them. We have an array of retirees, teachers, we have an audiologist, a paraprofessional, a chief academic officer, early childhood special education, someone from facilities, speech-language pathologist, occupational therapist, custodian, attendance clerk, to name a few. And so today you're going to hear some really excellent and well-deserved things about each of our retirees. And before we kick that off, I want to take a moment to welcome Stu Boyd. Please join us on stage because your timing is impeccable as always. But you will have to sit on that end because you're tardy. And so I'd like to welcome our several members of our esteemed Board of Education here on the Thompson School District. To my left, your right, we have President Barb Cruz. We have Vice President Don Kirk. Secretary Amy Doran. And our friend from Berthoud, Stu Boyd, Treasurer. So in a moment, I'm going to call up one at a time. I will say your name, and we'll ask you to just stand right here at the bottom of the stairs and stare out to the audience as I read some prepared remarks. And then we're going to ask you to come up onto stage where we will hand to you a plaque, a certificate, a surprise. So you'll get honored that way. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And again, thank you for joining us this evening. Amy Stevens, you are first. So Amy, come on up, please. So Amy is retiring after 23 years of teaching children, the last 2 with the Thompson School District. Her career has stretched over 2 states, 4 school districts, 5 schools, and thanks to her last year at Truscott Elementary School in Thompson School District, all elementary grade levels. Her greatest memories stem from student enthusiasm in building classroom communities, student exploration through learning and building lifelong friendships with students, their families, fellow educators, and faculty. After moving to New Mexico, she plans to be involved in personal and community artistic endeavors. She is grateful for the children who have touched her life, the many colleagues she has learned from and mentored through the years, and most importantly, Karen Hanford, who allowed her to be part of the Truscott family. Amy, congratulations. And there's a picture too. Thank you, Amy. That was a brilliant way to model what we would like all our retirees to do, so perfect. Jill Armour. Jill? So we're still going to read Jill's remarks here. Jill has been an audiologist and speech-language pathologist for 41 years. The last 4 years, she served as the educational audiologist for the Thompson School District. She has loved her career choice and is humbled and honored to have served so many people and families. Jill enjoyed her time with the district, and there have been many individuals within the deaf and hard of hearing group to help her with orientation to the job. She especially would like to thank Charlie Carter for her leadership and empathy. So Jill, congratulations. Dawn Huckabee, who is also not with us today, but I'm still going to recognize her. Dawn Huckabee is retiring after 35 years as a teacher administrator at the district, regional and state levels, and most recently the Thompson School District Chief Academic Officer. Her greatest memories are working collaboratively with the Cabinet and the Learning Services leadership team. She is failing retirement as she has accepted a position as a training and development coordinator with First Western Trust. She would like to thank all of the wonderful staff in TSD who exemplify the family feeling of the TSD community. Congratulations, Doc. Steve Mose. Steve is here. Steve is retiring after 30 years in education, 23 as a business video production teacher, basketball coach, and Future Business Leaders of America advisor, and 7 years as the career and technical education coordinator for the Thompson School District. He has so many great memories as a teacher, such as past students who now have successful careers in business and the film industry, as well as those who found success in new areas of passion at FBLA competitions. He relishes experiencing the intense highs and lows of going to battle in basketball contests, using teamwork to rise above all, and sharing with students the thrill of seeing their film on a big screen with an audience at a festival. The opportunity to work at Thompson and create new pathways for our students at all high schools, as well as being part of building our Thompson Career Campus, were incredible experiences. But it's the lifelong friendships made working with the incredible people here at TSD that he will cherish most in retirement. Steve, congratulations. Next, we would like to invite Jane Enderson to the stage. Jane retired after 11 years as a paraprofessional with TSD. She had the privilege and great pleasure of working at the two best schools in TSD, Berthoud Elementary and Coyote Ridge Elementary. Her retirement includes more time with friends, family, her 6 grandkids, and her great-grandson. She would like to thank the best supervisor, mentor, collaborator, and friend, Annabelle Wand. Jane loves sharing laughs with students and staff. She literally has endless funny stories that she cherishes, such as the day she encountered a 3rd-grade boy as he was coming out of a staff restroom. He looked at her, then looked at the sign on the door and asked, "Miss E, is that a restroom for old people?" Jane met, worked with, and became friends with so many amazing people. Thanks to all of you for her time with you. Congratulations, Jane. Next, I'd like to invite up Dirk Hobbick. Dirk is retiring after 23 years, 14 of those years in TSD, teaching in a multitude of different subjects such as German, business, interventions, social studies, and PE. His greatest memories are seeing students during extracurricular activities as they pursued and lived their passions. That is why he will continue to coach in our district. In his retirement days, he plans to travel, volunteer, and spend more time with family and friends. He would like to thank the countless students who made him a better teacher in person, as well as his many supportive colleagues and administrators. Congratulations, Dirk. Next, I would like to ask Teresa Stackley to come forward. Teresa started her teaching career in 1984 and has spent the past 15 years teaching kindergarten at Centennial Elementary. Because of her many years in kindergarten, Teresa has a hard time talking to her friends and loved ones without using her kindergarten teacher voice, and has been known to ask adults if they would like to know what other kids have tried when in different situations. She frequently uses I can statements when interacting with others. When asked about retirement, she replied, I can, with guidance and support, enjoy a wonderful retirement. Teresa's SMART goal involves S, I can sleep in or get up early. M, I can make time for those I can. A, I can allow myself to pursue my interests. R, I can relax with a good book. And T, I can travel with Bob in our cabin on wheels. To her precious family, to Lainey, Casey, Rachel, Julie, Carmen, and all of her wonderful friends at Centennial, there aren't adequate words. She loves you. Congratulations, Teresa. Next, we'll ask Deb Miller to come forward, please. Deb is retiring after 32 years as an early childhood educator, 18 at Cottonwood Plains as a kindergarten teacher. Deb's greatest memories are family nights, which included reading, math, movie, and carnival nights, as well as reading stories and conducting spelling bees. Deb hopes her retirement days will involve traveling, catching up on projects, and volunteering at Cottonwood Plains to help the teachers and students. She would like to thank everyone at Cottonwood Plains that supported her and laughed at all her jokes. Deb, congratulations. We'll ask Patty Connolly to come forward, please. Patty is retiring from Walt Clark Middle School after 20 years of service. She started working for the school district when her kids entered middle school. She was always involved with her kids' education and helped as a classroom parent. When her daughter started at Walt Clark, Patty joined the PTO group and represented them as their president. Then a position opened at Walt Clark, and she applied. Since then, Patty has held positions as in-school suspension campus monitor, attendance clerk, and secretary. Her 10 years as secretary were very challenging, but also rewarding. The most enjoyable parts were coordinating special events, dances, and field trips, as well as supporting staff and helping with lunches, birthdays, and school events. Patty will truly miss working with students. As for retirement, she's going to chill for a while and then take the next step to enjoy life. Thanks for the opportunities to work with Thompson Schools. Patty, congratulations. Next, we'll ask Elizabeth Stirk to come forward, please. Elizabeth is retiring after 20 years with the district, 3 as a paraprofessional and 17 as an ILC teacher. Her greatest memories include working with her special needs students to create and implement calm down buckets, which were used in classrooms at Lincoln during lockdown drills and recognized by Project ARC as the most authentic project learning experience of the year in 2018. She also enjoyed several clothing drives where students sorted and sized clothes for a school-based store for families around Lincoln who needed clothing. Elizabeth was honored to receive the TSD Award of Excellence for Lincoln IILC team in 2019 and her school's Crystal Apple Award in 2020. She looks forward to traveling and spending more time with family. Elizabeth, congratulations. Next is Julie Chandler. Julie is not able to join us today, but we'll still recognize her. Julie is retiring after 20 years as a first and second grade teacher. She is looking forward to slowing down and, most importantly, spending time with her loved ones, especially her 2 little granddaughters. She is also excited to have the time to rekindle her interests in her hobbies and crafts. Volunteering at church has and will continue to be a priority in her life. Julie has many little adventures planned with her friends and relatives. A hot air balloon ride with her cousin will kick off her retirement, which is only the beginning of what is to come. Julie, congratulations. Next, we'll ask Melanie Litt to come forward, please. Teaching has been Melanie's life's treasure for 26 great years. She will profoundly miss it. Her greatest memories are the students and how they made her smile with the funny things they would say. She will also miss the incredible people she has worked with, that she has learned from, and with whom she shares the love of teaching. The same group became her family when she entered a challenging health crisis she still has today. She will always be forever grateful to her Ponderosa Panda family, who encouraged her when she received a life-saving kidney transplant in 2020. Melanie hopes her retirement days will involve good health and more time with her family, friends, the outdoors, and of course, travel. She would like to thank TSD for the opportunity to build a fulfilling and meaningful career, as well as the many people who have become lifelong friends that supported her along the way. Farewell, Thompson, and congratulations, Melanie. Next, I will invite up Philip Padilla. It is with bittersweet emotions that Philip Padilla is retiring. After working 20 years in the facilities department, he has decided to leave at the end of June. He has been blessed to have worked with great TSD staff throughout the years. He had the pleasure to work with Nancy Hunt, who was his supervisor. She was the person who hired him and allowed him the opportunity to expand his painting skills. She became a wonderful friend, and he was grateful to have her as his supervisor. Another individual who was instrumental in the community and the district was Dr. Stan Shear, who treated him with respect. Philip will miss the students and the many teachers, principals, and administrators who valued his work. Thank you for the opportunity to work with the district. Congratulations, Phil. We'll next ask Kathryn Lopez to come forward, please. Kathryn Lopez is retiring after 20 years as a speech-language pathologist. Her greatest memories are the years at Monroe Elementary School when she was part of a well-oiled special education team and when she received the Crystal Apple Award. She hopes to spend more time with her family and more time traveling. Kathryn, congratulations. Next, we'll ask Leanne Perzicki to come forward. Leanne Perzicki is retiring after 24 years in TSD. She started her career in the planning department, first as secretary and finally as assistant director. She taught English at Thompson Valley High School, then 8th grade English at Bill Reed Middle School, and back to high school English at Mountain View High School. Her greatest memories are getting to know so many different students and staff members and making a difference in our community. She would like to thank her amazing husband, her loving mom, and all the teachers and support staff who have helped her over the years. She looks forward to spending time with family, traveling, and to the next phase of her life after Thompson School District. Leanne, congratulations. Stephanie Richard, could you come forward, please? Stephanie Richard is retiring after 37 years of teaching. After graduating from Kansas State University in 1985, Stephanie taught 1st through 4th grade elementary grades in Wichita, Kansas for 13 years. She moved to Fort Collins in 1998 and got a position teaching 5th grade at Big Thompson Elementary School. It was her dream job after teaching in a big city. She remembers walking up to the school for her interview and seeing a chair with a sign on it that said, "Watch out for snakes." Yes, that kind of snake. Big T was a great experience, but it was a one-year contract. So Stephanie moved on to Walt Clark Middle School, where she has taught computer class, world language, Spanish, and her most cherished class, family and consumer sciences. She was asked to join the state of Colorado's middle school fax team to write the state standards that are currently being used. Stephanie also ran the student council, yearbook, and the No Place for Hate program at Walt Clark for several years. She would like to thank Big T and Walt Clark staff, along with TSD, for the wonderful years that she had teaching in Loveland. She will miss everyone. Stephanie, congratulations. Next, we'll ask Deanna Woodcock to come forward, please. Deanna Woodcock worked for TSD for 25 years. The first 16 she served at Walt Clark Middle School, and the last 9 were at Turner Middle School. During her first year, she taught 6th grade math, 6th grade science, 6th grade health, and 7th grade science, all in different classrooms. 4 preps and no room to call home made that year extra challenging. Some highlights of her time at Walt Clark were taking students on 3-night adventures to Idaho Springs, managing the greenhouse, and coaching tennis. Deanna became a school counselor in 2002, thanks to Tom Kowalski for being an awesome mentor. In 2013, she moved to Turner. Then in 2019, she was able to go to Guatemala to teach with other TSD employees. She would like to believe that throughout these years, she has been able to make an impact on the lives of the over 6,000 students with whom she has worked. Deanna is especially thankful that she has been able to work with Brandy Greaves for the last 5 years because she exemplifies positive and effective leadership. Deanna, congratulations. Next, we'd like to invite up Scott Erickson. Scott Erickson is retiring after 30 years in the classroom, 25 of those with TSD at Walt Clark. When he started here, he was newly married with no children. 25 years later, he has 4 kids, 1 already out of college. He is truly grateful for the honor of sharing a small part of the lives and stories of thousands of his students, even students who are the children of former students, surely a sign that retirement is due. He has shared great achievements and milestones with kids and also endured historic events with them, including the Columbine shooting, 9/11, and the COVID pandemic. Through these challenges, he was inspired by the resilience and courage of our youth, the support and encouragement of the staff and leadership, and the direction of our district. After retirement, Scott will head up the propagation and growing division of a local landscape company, where he will spend his days telling middle school jokes to the plants he nurtures. Scott, congratulations. All right, I'd like to invite Cheryl Daniman forward, please. Cheryl began her career in early childhood in 1996. Her time at Madison Early Childhood was magical. She loved the staff and the children and would tell her family that the job was so fun she couldn't believe she got paid to do it. When it was time for a change, she joined elementary school teams and particularly fell in love with the Truscott family in the school garden. It was while working there that she decided to return to school for her teaching license. She was then a Learning Center teacher at Truscott and Carey Martin Elementary Schools. Her time of influence on students was summed up by one of her Truscott students. Dear Miss Daniman, thank you for the niceness you've given us. I hope the next school year will like you, but when you leave, we will wish that you had never left those doors, because then kids won't listen. The moment they saw your smile, they would be good, because if they went with you, you were like family to them, because family is nice and truthful. Don't change. Congratulations, Cheryl. Next, I'd like to invite up Karen Cuxhausen. Karen is retiring after 35 rewarding years of teaching elementary students, 28 of those years in the Thompson School District. She will always remember all of the many wonderful relationships she has built over the years with students, parents, and colleagues across the district. She still enjoys keeping in touch with former students and families. The people she has worked with will forever be etched in her heart. She will remember those light bulb moments with students and the many laughs she has shared over the years. She plans to spend her retirement being a grandma to Malia and Alex, reading, playing golf, fishing, and traveling. Karen would like to thank her husband, John, Joseph, and Mandy for all of their support and love, as well as her many wonderful friends and colleagues for their friendship, love, and support over the years. Karen, congratulations. I'd like to invite up Erin Cockrell next, please. Erin Cockrell is retiring after 30 years as occupational therapist for the district. She worked at 22 of the 32 schools in the Thompson School District, although her home school for all that time has been Carey Martin Elementary. She reflects with gratitude over her career, which was dedicated to assisting children achieve their potential and helping them develop skills they need for success, where they live, learn, work, and play. As she leaves, she takes memories of the hundreds of students who have entered her life and the joy of watching each take every step towards becoming independent and self-reliant. In retirement, she will first catch up on some much-needed sleep. Then, her days will be spent with her loving husband, taking care of her wonderful father, babysitting her new grandson, traveling, and catching up on reading. She thanks all of her colleagues for their support, friendship, encouragement, inspiration, and love. Erin, congratulations. I would next like to invite up Belinda Truax to the stage. Belinda is retiring after starting in Thompson School District as a second grader at Ivy Stockwell Elementary in 1975. Her entire education and career has been in Thompson. She began her career at Winona Elementary in 1992, where she taught for 7 years, 5 years as a first grade teacher, and 2 years experiencing kindergarten. She vowed to never do that again. After that, she went on to become an interventionist at Namakwa Elementary. That is when she realized the classroom was her passion. In 2003, she went to Mary Blair Elementary to teach first grade again. Unfortunately, her vow of never teaching kindergarten again bit her. In 2020, she taught a kindergarten and first grade combination. Yikes. That was in the script. Fortunately, she gets to retire as a first grade teacher. She would like to thank everyone she has ever been associated with in the district who helped shape her into the teacher she became. It's been a fun and memorable ride. Congratulations, Belinda. I would now like to invite up Andres Bergenio. Andres is retiring after 29 years with Thompson School District. He began rotating as a custodian at all the schools and moved into a position at Thompson Valley High School for 14 years, and then took a lead custodian position at Lucille Irwin Middle School, where he remained for 12 years. He fondly remembers feeling like a star when a photographer from the Reporter Herald took a picture of him with students at Thompson Valley High School as he helped them with their lockers. He has also enjoyed the connections he has made with Lucille Irwin students and seeing them skateboarding at Mahaffey Park. His plans involve sleeping in, traveling to visit family in Mazatlan, Mexico, seeing his daughter, who is now a teacher that he is proud of, get married this summer, and embracing whatever God has planned for his future. Andres would like to thank the many beautiful people he has worked with over the years at Lucille Irwin, as well as those that helped him in HR and finance. He would like to encourage them to keep up the good work and take care of the kids. Andres, congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite up Dean Book. Dean is retiring after 30 years as a fifth grade teacher at Ivy Stockwell Elementary. There are many fun experiences with children that he can fondly remember. However, one experience seems to stand out. Prior to a lung dissection in front of 60 fifth graders, he demonstrated how lungs could be inflated using a garden hose. Holding the sheep lungs in his left hand, he inserted the garden hose into the lungs with his right hand. He took a deep breath and blew into the hose, and the lungs inflated beautifully. After 3 successful inflations, he gave it one last try to make it the largest inflation he could. With the lungs at their largest point, he didn't pull the garden hose away from his mouth fast enough. Yep, you guessed it, he had a fair amount of sheep lung mucus at the back of his throat. Wonderful relationships built with children, staff, the local community, and sheep mucus is what he will take with him into retirement. Dean, congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite up Nida Star. Nida Star retires after 34 years with the district. She worked as a teacher in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th grade classes and spent 5 years as an assistant principal at Conrad Ball. The Thompson Education Foundation honored her with the Elementary Teacher of the Year Award in 2018. Nida's favorite memories include the clubs and activities she participated in with her students, including coaching the Garfield jump rope team, going to the EAA Air Venture in Oshkosh, Wisconsin with a Wild Blue Wonders team she coached, taking kids to Channel 4 to be on the weather forecast, and doing overnights at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. She led student travel groups to Florida and Hawaii and directed musicals and plays with students. Nida made many lifelong friends from her years of teaching. Retirement will involve traveling, volunteering, and spending more time with family. Nida, congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite up Dory, please. Anne is retiring after 34 years as a teacher in the Thompson School District. Her fondest memories are the project-based lessons that students learned and often recall, like mini society, hallway of learning, and science projects. She hopes her retirement days will involve camping, crafting, cooking, and caring for others. Her thanks go out to the over 1,000 families, her teammates, principals, and coworkers that made her the teacher she is today. At this time, she would like to recall John Donahue's writing, quote, "At which threshold am I now standing? At this time in my life, what am I leaving? Where am I about to enter? A threshold is not a simple boundary. It is wise in your own life to be able to recognize and acknowledge the key threshold. The time has come to cross." Congratulations. And last, but certainly not least, is Mary Kay Farrar. Mary Kay Farrar is retiring after teaching for 34 years in the Thompson School District. She is proud to say she has taught all of these years at Big Thompson Elementary School and has taught every grade, 1st through 6th. She has experienced blizzards, floods, fires, elk, bears, rattlesnakes, turkeys, and bighorn sheep. Mary Kay would love to thank the Big T community for their love and support throughout these years. She plans to spend her retirement quilting and taking care of her 3 granddaughters. Mary Kay, congratulations. So while this brings us to the end of our ceremony this afternoon, I again want to take the opportunity to thank each and every one of our retirees. You've left an indelible mark on our school district, on our students, our staff, our school district. We are so grateful and appreciative of all that you have done. We know that this is bittersweet, but we also know that you are heading into retirement with the love of the district and the appreciation of all of us. So on behalf of our entire school district, our nearly 15,000 students, our 7-member elected school board, thank you for all that you've done to support our kids. We appreciate you.